Alright people, Mike Saladin here again. Welcome back to some more Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. Doing another gig today for Mr. Hans. This is called the Dogtown Saints gig. Basically, there's this priest guy over here. He's running some sort of clinic, but he needs help with all these patients. And currently the Ripper Doc that can help him is inside this hospital across the street. So we're going to have to break in there, talk to him, and get him to send some help over here. Pretty cool little quest. Enjoyed this one. Again, it allows you to do a lot of stealth and sneaking around. So I always enjoy quests like that. And also I had the option to use cool here in the dialogue. So I've noticed that a lot, that there's always some sort of skill check in most of these gigs now for all the dialogue options. It was kind of rare in the main game, the original Cyberpunk 2077, to have so many skill checks. But I think they've really listened to what people want and made it a lot more RPG-like this time around. And I've just really been enjoying going through all the dialogue options and seeing. I haven't had any that are grayed out yet because I'm pretty over leveled, because I came into this with like a full level 50 character, and my V had their abilities spread out quite evenly, I think. Like I had a level 15 in body, level 20 in like net running, level 18 or so in technical ability. Reflexes were quite low at 9, and cool was only at 10 at the start of this, but it's at 15 now, and I've managed to get technical ability up to 20. So yeah, I've got a lot of different options for sneaking into places now because my attributes are so high. But again, as usual, I like to just use my spring heel jack legs, as I call them, to try to get up high and find a way in through the roof or some hidden vent or something, because there usually is something. Yeah, see, CD Projekt knew people were going to come up here, so they had some items up here, and you've got a good view of this window. You could just jump straight into it. I think I missed the jump and ended up on this higher ledge by mistake. Kind of ruined my entire plan, but yeah, I kind of messed this up, but I just ran in there. The enemies knew something was going on, but I kind of got inside before they fully noticed me. And I just used system shutdown on this guy. I seemed to get away with that. It didn't go as perfectly as I wanted, but oh well. We did manage to get in without being like completely alerting the enemy. Excuse me. Just making sure all these cameras were turned off. I think I just choked this guy out because I didn't, my RAM wasn't reloaded enough yet to use system shutdown. Because I've been finding in this that you get traced by people's net runners almost instantly if you use like short circuit or something. And previously I think you only started getting traced if the enemy noticed that one of their friends had like been taken down. But if you managed to short circuit them without anybody else noticing, the trace usually stayed off. But like I just did there now, I've got a trace immediately. Even if these people hadn't noticed that, I think the trace would have started. And I don't know why it reset there after I took out this person. That was a bit strange. So it started getting a bit loud now. Stealth had completely gone to plan, but it did a good job of getting me into like the center of the building. And when things get loud, I'm in a pretty strong position to fight back. Most of these cameras are actually already turned off, which is interesting. Rebecca's shotgun took care of that guy pretty easily. I think I've said it before in other videos, but yeah, I love Rebecca's shotgun. It just feels so powerful. Like the recoil's insane, but it makes you feel like you're completely taking people apart when you fire it. probably one of my favorite shotguns in any game ever, to be honest. There probably are technically like higher level shotguns that I've picked up by now. I think I'm carrying around one that's called like Bloody Maria or something like that. Pretty sure I got that from some side quest somewhere. And I think it technically does more damage than this shotgun, but it just doesn't feel as nice to use. So I just stick to Rebecca's. Okay, so this is the room with the Ripper Doc. And there's a nice little twist here where someone else is already interrogating him. So we're going to have some like dialogue options trying to persuade this person to let him live. I love that these gigs all have little twists like this now, where there's something usually goes wrong near the end of the gig, or something unexpected happens, and you usually have quite a long dialogue sequence. In gigs in the main game, it was kind of rare for any dialogue options to become available during the gig, and there wasn't as many twists or turns. It was like pretty straightforward. Most of the gigs in the main game, you would just go to a place, take out a guy who was there, either lethally or non-lethally, and depending on what you did, you could carry the body back to the fixer's car and end the gig that way, or you would just like take them out lethally, and that would be the end of that. And there wasn't really any dialogue options and stuff. Some of them did have dialogue options, but there weren't really any fleshed out sequences like this one here, where we have the chance to talk down someone else who's after our target. And depending on like my attributes and whatever, I think I have different dialogue there. Maybe I have a street kid option because of my background. And again, in the main game, people weren't happy at the time that your background didn't really come up that much. You did have some times where you could use it here and there, like if you were a nomad and you were doing Pan Am's quests, she would have like quite a few options to use your nomad background to say things. But I'm noticing here
your brother's gone.
In Phantom Liberty that you do get to say like dialogue based on my street kid background or whatever. So my attempts to negotiate have failed. I don't want to execute this person, so I just went with my gorilla hands here to punch her out. Hopefully this is non-lethal, but I'm actually not sure if it is or not. Like, I didn't want to kill her because she like seemed pretty upset about her brother or whatever, and yeah, I didn't think she deserved to die. I'm not sure if I actually left her alive there or not. I was trying to use short circuit with my hacking ability, but the menu wouldn't come up. I don't know why it was blocked or whatever. So maybe they just like force you to take her down lethally. I could have equipped a baton or a weapon like that, like an electric baton. Maybe that would have put her down non-lethally. But yeah, anyway, now that she's out of the way, we can negotiate with the Ripper Doc here and get him to send the medical supplies over to the priest guy or whatever. Oh, she's still moving. Yeah, I think she's still alive there, actually. I saw her arm moving about a bit. So yeah, I managed to keep her alive, I think.
With Odell out in the street waiting.
Tell him it's all clear. It's time we got back to work.
Okay, so the Ripper Doc guy, he's gonna help the patients now or whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much this gig over with. Pretty short one. Could have been longer if my stealth plan had been going a bit better this time. I would have snuck around this place a bit more. Probably seen more of the base. But yeah, once it went loud, I decided to just get on with the gig, take out everyone, and just get on with it today. I like that when you do fail stealth, you don't like immediately want to reload it because the gunplay is so good in the game. Or at least I think so, that you kind of don't mind getting into a firefight. Unless there's like a bonus tied to your mission where if you do perfect stealth, then you might want to reload it or whatever. But yeah, pretty cool little gig here. Probably going to upload some more tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching, people, and I'll see you again next time with some more Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty.